How I manifested being a rapper. Yo, what up, it's tlb, and I'm out here today, out here in nature. I love it out here. But we're not here to talk about that. Today, we're here to talk about how I manifested being a rapper. I don't say that in front of thugs though, because if I say I'm a rapper, I'll get dissed. Because my freestyling is not that great. I'm still working on that, but that's the point of the game, you know. You gotta keep trying, improving. Attention and focus brings you to a master of your craft, and that's what I've truly been doing. But with the album I've created recently, titled The Come Up, and the prelude to that album, Days Before the Come Up, I had to write my lyrics. So, you know, I wouldn't class myself as a rapper per se. I'd say that I am a hip-hop artist, or a musician, in that fact. I did go to music school. How did I even get on this path? First of all, I need to explain who I am. My name is TLB. TLB stands for Televising Love Beautifully. I feel like I have a specific duty on this earth, and that is to televise love beautifully. And if you guys have stalked my channel at any point of you discovering this weird ass random channel full of bits, you see that I'd been in this for years. I think that my first upload was 13 years ago. Maybe it's about to hit 14 years ago, I think. So that's pretty wild, bro. And me creating videos as a kid has always been in me. It's been like my inner child since I've been growing up, you know. And this is why I've kept the TLB name, you know. My mum actually gave me the name TLB. She used to say when I was a little young kid, she used to say I was the lucky boy. But that always stuck with me. The lucky boy, I made that my persona, you know. I have my government name, you know, Christian, but like TLB, I think that is the true me in the inside. You know, I'm not fronting, because I am truly showing off my personality on the internet, and I have been doing that. And I don't know any other person who's done that. I don't know any person who's had their whole life since they were 9 years old up to when they're 20. How old am I? 22 years old. Am I 22? About to turn 23. And yeah, this YouTube channel of TLB with the I symbol, I meaning love in Japanese or Chinese, which I do have tattooed on my back, if you can see that. I don't know if you can see that. But I'm just really showing you guys how much I'm really about it. Now let's get back to the point where I decided to become a rapper, because I've tried many different things in my life. In terms of creative outlets, I've done comedy YouTube videos, I've done gaming YouTube videos, I've done all this random sorts of shit. But I think what really stemmed from my childhood is my earliest memory of creating music. There's this song called the Angry Birds rap on YouTube, and I was so curious on how to get the auto-tune done on that. There's a fly on this little mic on this big ass mic. It had auto-tune on it, and I was so curious on how to recreate that. So I was a fucking tech kid when I was younger. I downloaded Audacity and I learned how to install Autotune, like the very earliest version of Antaro's Autotune. I played around with that, and then I sang as a kid the Angry Birds rap. And I remember how it goes. It goes, and we're launching, and we're crashing. Let's hit the pigs till you all go blah, or something like that, you know. So that was my first experience with music. But like continuing off that, I never really had music in the forefront of my mind until 2017. That was like the big hip hop era, I feel like. And then I created the Woody rap. The Woody rap was just a meme. I wanted to just just record a fucking rap, bro. I was hugely inspired by Pink Guy. I loved X. Going further into my journey, I created more meme raps on my second channel. I want to get you guys into the year of 2020, and this is a big part of my life, so I'm gonna bring it up. 2020, that is truly when I got into smoking a fuck ton of weed. And I know there's a huge stigma around cannabis. Yeah, ever since then, I've pretty much been a daily smoker, except for I do take usual breaks. It's good to take breaks to enjoy your sober mind for a bit, and it'll make cannabis better. Anyways, what does this have to do with music and me becoming a rapper? I remember smoking weed in my old townhouse, doing a bong rip, and I just have the creative flow. They say that cannabis helps with creativity, helps with your creative mind, especially if you smoke especially if you smoke sativa. So me smoking that sativa weed empowered me and got me motivated to work into creating a song. So I found a beat and then I started writing lyrics to it, and that song was called, what was it called? It was called Getting High, I think, and it had a little picture of Charmander with a bong. And I wrote those lyrics on my Mac, and yeah, just found a flow to it. And I think that's my specialty with songwriting. I do like writing and then creating a flow afterwards, you know what I mean? I can't just freestyle yet, but I'm evolving as an artist. But anyways, back to that felt like the first soul passionate thing that I've ever achieved. Even though it wasn't much of a song, this would be the first step into becoming something huge, something great. Further on, I found out Playboi Carti, craziest artist. I downloaded FL Studio, and this is where I got more technical with making music. This is when I would freestyle, but I wouldn't freestyle words. I'd freestyle mumble, which is like the craziest thing ever when I first did it. So I'd get super high. I'd be like, should I go suck my D? Should I go follow my wrist? Or something like that. And then I'd listen to it back. And I think a mate told me about this. I think Logic, the rapper, does this. He does that mumble sort of thing, and then you write words to it afterwards to create a song. And that became my favorite methods of creating a hip hop song. So I did that. I made hella good. After some time, I kept working. I made No More Parties in Melbourne. I made Depressed Girls. I made Weirdo. And yeah, now fast forward a bit more. This is during my self-improvement era. Okay, I was discovering a lot about myself personally. I was wanting to improve myself as a human being, becoming the greatest version of myself. I got into meditating a lot. I got into breath work. I got into working out and journaling. All this shit I still do today because it has truly changed my life. It helped me get on track to my soul path. So when I got into this era, I got into the world of manifestation. As you remember, I made a video titled The Book to Unlock the Universe, and that I showcased the book The Master Key System, which was recommended to me by XXXTentacion by doing a bit of research, and I learned about the law of attraction. This is where we're going to get to the point of the video, how I manifested into becoming a rapper. So law of attraction. There is a lot of wants that a person desires to have in their life, but I didn't want to complain to the universe about it, you know. I didn't want to complain to God that I didn't have it. So what you truly got to do is you got to be a vibrational match to your desires. And studying the law of attraction has helped me with my hip-hop career. Truly, it was a lot of imagining that I had to do, a lot of attention and focus where I'd focus my thoughts on, a lot of how I wanted to manage my emotions. All that contributes to the law of attraction. This is I don't know if this is some woo-woo crazy shit or whatever, but it's the truth, and I only want to speak the truth on this channel, in my life, in general. So that helped me. If you guys are ever into getting into spirituality, I really recommend studying the law of attraction. And with that, I manifested my Prelude album days before the come up, and I had this vision. I had this specific vision. I had my homies from Southeast Mafia hop onto the EP. I had my homie Chopper Blood, shout out to him, fucking upcoming big artist, and I have this vision for the music scene in Melbourne. Does Melbourne have a hip-hop music scene? I wouldn't say there's really much of one here. No offense to anyone who's tried to start a wave, but I'm bringing the wave. I am gonna bring the wave with this music shit in Melbourne. Also, with my manifestation techniques, I created my media company, tlb Media. And that's just because I already had the skills for video editing and all that. So I created music videos and all that. I love directing, especially if it's my own shit. I directed Twin Fun. I directed some of Chopper Blood's music videos. I directed a collab song as well. I've done the work, and this is only the beginning. because I am still constantly manifesting. Those are now shown in the physical 3D realm, those music videos. But what I have in here is going to blow your mind. And I'm going to say it right here, right now. I think I'm a genius. Like, if I did not admit to that right now on this video, I would be lying to you guys and I would be lying to me. I think I'm a genius, and if I didn't do that, if I didn't say that right now, my mind would have been blocked with more self-doubt. And that was the one struggle I had with law of attraction and manifesting. Like, I feel like my whole life I've been doubted, and that caused me to get a lot of self-doubt with people judging me. Because if you look at me, I think my outward appearance, you wouldn't think that I've been through much, you know. I'm just like a Filipino kid, middle class, living in Australia. But at the end of the day, to all the people, the haters, whatever you call them, that have hated on my channel since day one, or if it's not even haters, I've had like family not appreciate what I was doing because it's not normal work. As much as I try to explain to them that music, there is money in music, and that I'm going to get this money, it's harder when it's the people you love dearly, who are closest to you. But it's my true desire. I feel it in my soul. It's my soul calling. And I know this because every time I smoke weed, I feel more aligned with my soul purpose. The reason because of that is when you smoke the Za, it's like you're entering another realm of this spiritual plane, of the astral plane. It's like you're entering 3.5D. And they call it getting high for a reason, because you're raising your frequency. You're vibrating at a higher level. So 3.5D, that is where a lot of my ideas came from. And that is why I say cannabis is such a helpful tool to get motivated. Whereas there is alcohol, that actually lowers your vibration. But that is widely accepted. You know, back in the ancient days, I bet they were smoking the Za, doing all the mushrooms, doing the DMT, ayahuasca, all that. But it's just a stigma nowadays. And I think that humanity was getting somewhere back in the 60s. They're onto something. But then we just went back down. Some more work shit for you guys. But I just went on a tangent there. But yeah, so eventually I got to creating my album that's not actually out yet, but I am so confident in it succeeding as an album. The come up is such a unique perspective of who I am. You're gonna feel the energy that I've been putting into this. It was such a struggle last year, you know. I really struggled hard. I got kicked out of my parents' house at one point, and I that's when I started creating music in my car. I just had the microphone and shit. I had the whole studio set up in my car and just had Ableton on my Mac laptop, and that's all that got me going. And that was a whole journey. But the album is finally not 100% done, but it's 98% done. So I am so excited to present this album to you guys. And yeah, man, let the rollout begin. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love all of you. God bless, and peace.
What's your real name? I stuck to my alias, I know the game. If they don't know who you are, then they don't know what you done. You just making this hard on yourself, son. I know this shit by heart. I'm too clever. Have you ever been arrested before? Nope, never. Boy started illin', talking and telling. Son of a bitch, he was a snitch. Drama.